sing the national anthem.
Twilight's last gleam. support us. Because of you, this YMCA is dynamic. Because of you, we can provide the needed programs so all youth in our community can be successful in school. Because of you, people will be healthier and have a better quality of life. Because of you, the spirit of each individual will be uplifted and nourished. Because of you, someone using this Y will make a friend, challenge themselves, or extend a donation to support our future. How exciting is that? And all because you said yes when we asked you to help. I want to thank you, the Metropolitan Youth Group, their leader Moses Robinson, and Honor Choir from the Butterworth Elementary School in Moline for singing the national anthem. Weren't they terrific? As is tradition with the YMCA, we will begin our program with an invocation. Please help me welcome Reverend Craig Jan McMahon of the First Congregational Church.
Irish music, that's great.
Let us pray. Gathered by our commitment to strengthening our community, we offer our thanks for the leadership and vision that has sustained us to this day, and for the generosity of donors whose contributions have built a place for the human hearts to thrive and for families to flourish. We invite your Spirit into our gathering this night, trusting that you are at work through us beyond our knowing, and believing that lives are touched within our neighborhoods because of our faith. Inspire our speakers tonight, bless our friendships around our tables, and open our hearts to imagine what we might accomplish together. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
RY has been serving this community with excellence in programs and facilities for over 130 years. This tradition of excellence wouldn't be possible without a great staff, volunteer relationship, and excellent people filling those roles. I would like to invite our CEO, Mike Winnicamp, forward to help us recognize some of these fantastic individuals. Mike?
Thank you, Jennifer, and as to echo Jennifer's comments, thank you all for being here. This is a very, very exciting night, not just in the campaign that our Y has been involved with for the last several months, but for this community as a whole. Y has been here for 130 years, and while there have been some exciting nights, I'm sure, in the life of that 130 years, this is surely going to be one of those as we look at moving forward. We do have a good mix of people here this evening, and some of you are here because you've already supported this campaign. Some of you are here because you're volunteers who are about to support the campaign, and some of you are here because you've been involved with helping support the Y as a whole as a community leader. But before we get into talking about facilities and capital, when many people think of the Y, that's often what they think of, or they think of our activities. As Jennifer mentioned, excellence in programs and in facilities is essential to carrying out the Two Rivers YMCA mission. But it's really the lives that we touch in our programs and in our buildings that really make the YMCA a true movement. And every year we take time to recognize very dedicated staff and volunteers and members who serve as an inspiration as they experience those activities and the facilities that we have at the Y. And what I'd like to do is introduce you to a group of outstanding individuals that have showed that dedication this year, and we'll do that through a quick video.
I nominated Roger Burgain for the YMCA Triangle Award It's an award that's presented to a member who has overcome serious adversities, both for use of our why and for who they are as a person.
I guess my wife and I had a very short straw health-wise. We both had a lot of health problems. She fought a losing battle with cancer for a long time, and I've had heart and lung and whatever.
What are some of the things you do when you come up here to the Pulse program?
I need the exercise up here. If I miss even a few days, I feel like I've lost ground physically. And the why is really the only thing that keeps me going. Of course, like you young ladies do. I enjoy all the other people that come here. They're just a friendly bunch. It's an enjoyable experience. Just try to treat people the way that I like to be treated. And that's about the simplest answer I can give.
I'm just so excited to be able to present this award to Roger, who exemplifies the spirit, mind, and body triangle for the Two Rivers YMCA. And I'm so happy in 2015 that he was one of 2 nominations for this special award.
Hi, my name is Diane. I'm Member Engagement Coordinator here at Two Rivers YMCA, and I nominated our member Jim Smith for the Y Triangle Award, and it would be my privilege to have him share with you where he started, what his purpose was, and where he's at now.
When people retire, a lot of times they don't do anything. I was pretty active when I worked, and I was way overweight. I was up around 200 pounds. For me, that's large. And I wasn't feeling good. I was a heavy smoker. I wanted to quit smoking. I wanted to get physically better. I had one purpose of living to be 70 years old because none of my men in my family ever lived to be 70. I was able to quit smoking. I had no desire for a cigarette. When I started Zumba, I would sweat buckets and my heart rate, I used to wear a heart monitor, and it'd get up 135 real easy. Now, if I get up to 115, 118, I'm doing good. My physical being, I've lost about 35 pounds. I'll be going to Y as long as I can possibly.
And this is why I, Diane Crackett, nominated Jim Smith for the Y Triangle Award, because he exemplifies, it's his time in his life to spend the time on his health and well-being, and we're always happy.
Yeah.
That you show up. I'm Amy Johnson. I'm from Two Rivers YMCA. I'm a program executive, and the reason I'm here today is because I nominated Kareem Hunter for the Character Development Award. Some of the reasons why I nominated him for this award is because he has good character. He was able to teach other children how to have good character. Our character traits at the YMCA are caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility. And he displayed all those character traits during his time in the summer. So Kareem, tell me about some things that you liked at the YMCA during the summer when you were there.
Maybe the counselors and like all the activities that we did there, because the counselors were nice. And they let us do a lot of things. And like the activities were fun, and like the field trips that we had.
And I know you helped me during times, I would come and pick you guys up on the Y bus, and some of the other kids would act up on the bus. Tell me some things that you would do to help me to kind of get the other kids to do what they were supposed to do.
Like quiet down, like don't jump up on the bus. So like just let her have peace so she can drive and concentrate.
We have Kareem's mom here, Halston. So tell me how that made you feel and maybe what being a part of the YMCA program has done for your family and the impact on Kareem has had.
Well, when I got the award or the email, I was not really surprised because he's such a good kid and he's very responsible, and I was happy that he was actually being recognized for it. And the Y program, the summer camp, it helps my family a lot. It gives him an opportunity to be active and do something positive during the summer.
So once again, I just want to congratulate Kareem and his family for winning the Y Character Development Award. It's well deserved. He's done a lot of hard work over the last 2 years that I've been working with him, and I look forward to working with him again this summer.
I nominated Peter Scherz for the Tom Getz Volunteer of the Year Award because he has been our head coach for over 6 years, has done 8,000 hours of volunteer work. Peter, can you tell us why rowing is so important to you?
Well, I started rowing myself in college, so I have a background in rowing, and I was really excited when we moved out here to the Midwest a little over 10 years ago that we had a rowing program here.
So Peter, what are the benefits that you see that the kids get out of our rowing program?
One is the teamwork involved with the sport. There's a lot of discipline involved. They have to get up at 5:30 in the morning and follow a pretty demanding workout regimen, so that the kids who are able to do that are really committed to that and develop some really good work habits.
So Peter, what does winning the Tom Getz Volunteer of the Year Award mean to you?
Well, I really appreciate the recognition from why, but I really take it out as a really recognizing me personally, but more recognizing the growth and success of the whole program, because I'm just one small piece of the puzzle.
Well, congratulations, Peter, on this Volunteer of the Year Award. The rowing program means so much to us as a Y. We've helped a lot of children, and it's a great program for the community, and it has a lot to do with you. So thank you very much.
I would now like to invite our Red Triangle Award winners, Roger Vergain and Jim Smith, our Character Development Award winner, Kareem Hunter, and our Tom Getz Volunteer of the Year Award winner, Peter Scherz, to the front to accept the award. Roger, Jim, Kareem, and Peter serve as an outstanding role models in each of the Y's 3 pillars of healthy living, youth development, and social responsibility. They do this by striving to develop themselves completely in spirit, mind, and body, and by demonstrating good character in all of the activities that they participate in. We would like to have you accept these awards on behalf of all of our staff and our volunteers. And we would also like you to accept them and consider them encouragement as you go forward and continue to provide inspiration to the many others in the Y community whom you share our YMCA with, including the many campaigners, donors, and community leaders in this room. So congratulations and thank you.
Well, with all the great work these folks do on a daily basis, do you think our facilities get tired? With the past 12 years, our wonderful building has seen its share of smiling faces, excited children, moving feet, numerous meetings, multiple changes in exercise equipment, and oh, so much more. What it could tell us. So recently, we looked around at this structure with our fresh eyes. What could we do to this building to give it a fresh appeal? We examined the needs of improved traffic flow, new rooms to accommodate new programs, and how we would create new space to expand youth activities. We asked ourselves, how can we bring the needed improvements to our building that aligns with your expectations of a modern facility that meets the many needs of over 12,000 members. Here's some. We are so excited for you to see the results. We invite you to view the renderings of our proposed updates that have been researched and developed from our vision, shared with national YMCA experts, and finalized within our budget. To make these projects a reality, we've engaged only the most dedicated, respected leadership in all the Quad Cities to help carry out a successful campaign. I am happy and honored to introduce our co-chairs for this capital campaign, who are also among the most respected community leaders in the Quad Cities and also strong supporters of the Two Rivers YMCA, and I'm very proud to call them my friends. Hunt and Diane Harris.
Welcome everybody. Diane and I are honored to be co-chairs of this capital campaign. As you who use the Y can see, and you'll see from the renderings, the need is great, and we fully believe in the mission and the values of the Two Rivers YMCA. As one who joined the Moline YMCA, the predecessor of Two Rivers, in grade school, learned to swim and compete in swimming there, and has spent many Saturdays and weeknights at the Y, I can attest to its impact on my life. As a father who participated in Indian Guides and Indian Princesses, saw my kids play bitty basketball and participate in Kitty College, I know the importance of the YMCA to families. Personally, I can think of no other organization in the Quad Cities that's had a greater lasting impact on my life. I'm proud to be part of this effort to update the Y's aging facilities so that the next generation of youth and families can also have the life-improving experiences that me and my family have had. Diane and I would like to thank the members of the campaign cabinet, the campaigners who have already made many calls, and the YMCA's great staff for their hard work in helping us to achieve our $3 million goal. We would also like to thank those donors who have already generously given to our efforts. We're well on our way to a successful conclusion, but we continue to need strong community support to cross the finish line and to allow our dreams to become a reality. I wish I had time to acknowledge the generous gifts of all who have contributed so far, but I'd like to give special thanks to those individuals, families, and foundations that have contributed $100,000 or more to our effort. With their leadership, I'm happy to report that we are $2.54 million toward our $3 million goal. I'd like to first thank the John Deere Foundation, which helped us kick off the campaign with a most generous $450,000 donation. Linda Bowers, Sam and Marcia Allen, the Roy J. Carver Charitable Trust, the Moline Foundation, and Modern Woodmen of America, the Hubble Waterman Foundation, and the Helene Family Foundation, and the Hunt and Diane Harris Family Foundation, as well as an anonymous donor. I'd also like to give special thanks to the YMCA's Board of Directors, trustees, and executive staff for developing this great plan and for personally pledging almost $600,000 to the effort with 100% participation. This has given great credibility to the program and demonstrated their personal commitment to this exciting plan. I'd also like to thank the iWireless Center for providing the facilities for this evening's event. We're here tonight with the goal of raising $200,000 over the next 10 days to put this campaign over the top. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Diane.
Hello and good evening. As we all know, success is a team effort, and we have a wonderful team of staff and volunteers who are helping ensure that the Y can continue changing lives and developing potential. I'd like to especially add our thanks to Roby Wade. Roby is our campaign consultant. Roby Wayne, do you mind standing? Roby conducted our feasibility study and was able to tell us to go ahead. He said he has worked with RY and many others over the 40 years of his career, and he would like to say that we are one of the top 5 in the country. Thank you, Roby. Just 5 months ago, Hunt and I and a group of very committed volunteers formed the 2015 Capital Campaign Cabinet. I know it's listed in the program, but I'd like to identify them tonight, and if they could just raise their hand if you see them near you. Jennifer Rowe, Stephanie Agri, Greg Noe, Kelly Allward, Darcy Callis, Dr. Dave Johnson, John Slover, Tom Bradley, Mike Stephenson, Greg Swanson, Mark Churchill, and Tom Jones. Thank you very much. Productive meetings led to the formalization of an exciting and aggressive campaign, as we mentioned, with a goal of $3 million in 6 months. When I heard 6 months, I thought, wow, it won't be too long, and it's already almost over. The first phase was the leadership gifts, and the campaign got off to a very strong start with pledges, as Hunt mentioned, of $579,115, and that was with 100% participation from our Board of Trustees, Directors, staff, and the campaign leadership. The additional phases included advanced gifts led by Jennifer Rowe, our board president, with a goal of $1,950,000. Major gifts were chaired by Tom Jones with a goal of $500,000, and we're working on that yet. And special gifts were chaired and are being chaired by Mark Churchill, thank you, Mark, and Dave Johnson, and they have a goal of $350,000. We have been extremely pleased with the response by the Quad Cities, and we're so thankful for those of you who are in the room who are already major pledge, and those of you who will. As Hunt mentioned, we were thrilled to be able to report this week $2.54 million for these first 4 phases. And at this time, we'd like to share one of the tools that we found very useful in fundraising. The marketing team with TAG has produced a short video that shows an overview of the Two Rivers YMCA story and the campaign. And we hope that this video will help those who are going out for future pledges. Can we see the video, please?
Well, the great thing I think about the Two Rivers YMCA is that, first of all, we've got a very rich tradition of serving people throughout the Illinois Twin Cities for the last 125 plus years.
Well, with our many various programs, the capital campaign helps us continue to keep the infrastructure that we have that helps us build on our programs. If we did not have a good building or a good foundation, then we would probably struggle very hard to meet the needs of people.
Investment in the future is so important. We want the children that are coming down to stay healthy and be involved in their community through the Y in the context, the social responsibility that they will develop, so they will be the leaders in the next generation.
Another organization or institution in the Quad Cities that's had as long a term or as great a total impact on my life and the life of my family as the Y.
We really have 3 pillars of programming, though: youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. And the neat thing about those is that youth development, healthy living
they can speak for themselves with a lot of people, but social responsibility is really the pillar that kind of holds everything else together.
The Y in their programming helps to fill some of the voids that we can't do with all of our students. It gives our students an opportunity to have outside influences to help guide them and mentor them. It provides opportunities for our parents to have before and after school enrichment programs to help working parents to be successful and know that their children are well cared for.
It's such a blessing to our school to have a program where students can participate in extracurricular activities for free that take them outside of their neighborhood. One of the outcomes is service learning, and we take the children out and do activities that help them understand what giving back to the community is.
My favorite memory was when we went to a nursing home and got to sing in front of everybody.
It just grows their world. It helps make what they experience and what they know bigger.
We are able to take our programs and tailor them so that each individual is getting what they need. And I think that's pretty awesome for an organization.
If you had to choose an organization to donate to, please choose YMCA. It does wonderful things for an individual that's disabled, not only disabled, but the elderly, the children. And it brings self-esteem to people's lives. It brings health to people's lives.
And really, it's up to us to make sure that it's here for another 40 or 50 years or beyond. Every single person that walks into this building leaves a better person overall. And so I think when you tie that into the fact that we also send them off healthier and feeling better about themselves physically, I don't know that you can find a better cause than that.
Say thank you to people like if they provide me with stuff that my parents can't. I'm happy to say thank you, and I'm happy for what they've done.
So again, thank you to Tag and the marketing team for working on this wonderful video that we hope you'll use as a tool in going out and talking with prospects who may not be able to come into the Y and have a tour and may have not done that in years. And while I'm saying thank you, I especially would like to thank the staff that we've been so privileged to work with for the last 5 months, especially our fearless leader, Mike McCann, and Marcia Green, who is running around, and Annika Sitko for all our help in getting this program off the ground. As you all know, we're here for the goal of raising the last $200,000 over the next 10 days. With your help, we certainly can do this. Under the leadership of Jimmy Helene and his team, we have 120 volunteers ready to get us there. It is indeed a team effort. Thank you all for your time and commitment to helping this community phase to be so tremendously successful that we know it will be. And now I'd like to turn the program back to Jennifer Rowe to tell us more about this phase.
My next introduction is fun and exciting. He is young and energetic, and he is the next generation of leadership in our community. He bridges the past with his great-grandfather as one of our first board presidents, and now he shows us what the future can hold for the Y. However, as much as we endeavor to align schedules, we are sorry to say he could not attend this evening's kickoff. But due to modern technology, we have him on video. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce our 2015 Community Chair, Jimmy Helene.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here today. This is such an exciting day for myself and for the YMCA and everybody that's involved. My name is Jimmy Helene. I am the chair during the community phase. It's truly an honor to be in this position. My family has a long history from back in the 1900s with my grandfather being the first president of the Two Rivers YMCA. I would like to start off by thanking all the leadership and the donors that have set us up in this position to be so successful. We couldn't be here without your leadership and your guidance and your direction to finalize this overall campaign. We're lucky enough to be in the exciting portion of the last 10 days to really make a push, to get out to the people, to get that capital campaign going, to get that enthusiasm out there to reach individuals that are going to be a part of the Two Rivers YMCA for many years to come. And with this campaign push, it's going to go towards programs, towards the facilities, towards the overall betterness of what this organization brings to our community. This is an opportunity for us to set the foundation for our future children, our future grandchildren, to have a place that they can go, be healthy, learn, have a place that they can go, become more confident with others, and learn about social responsibility. I know that I have a tremendously successful team that we're all going to work tremendously hard and together to really prosper and to obtain that goal of $200,000. In 10 days, that's not a whole lot. Back in 1910, they went on a 7-day phase to raise $125,000, and they did. That is nothing. We can top that. We can easily reach $200,000, and we have the right people in place, and we have the right support with the YMCA staff, the Board of Trustees, and everybody surrounding the YMCA is here for us. So I thank you so much. Let's go out there and really take it to the community. Thank you so much.
Well, you asked for exciting, and we're going to deliver. We can bring a spokesperson to speak about our community phase who is equally dynamic and committed to our successful conclusion of Capital Campaign. I have the pleasure of introducing one of the vice chairs in this community phase, Darren Decker. Darren.
Well, it's my first time seeing that video. Jimmy brought a lot of heat, so hope you guys are all jacked up. So, first and foremost, I'm honored to be part of this kickoff program tonight and serve as vice chair on the community phase of this very important capital campaign. We have 120 committed volunteers. We'll be raising $200,000 over the next 10 days in order to help this YMCA have the ability to help our kids, more families, adults, and seniors who need it the most. The first phase of the capital campaign is called the leadership phase. Was extremely successful. We had 100% participation from the Y's board, the trustees, campaign cabinet, and Y staff all make their own personal pledge to this campaign, which is absolutely amazing to me. Let's give them a round of applause right now. As the volunteers on this phase, you guys are the leaders. So now, we're going to take 1 minute, I'm going to stop talking, we're going to take out our pledge cards, and we're going to fill them out. So please, volunteers, take out your pledge cards. They're in your packets. There are pens provided as well. Set it back. So with this, to match the rest of the phases, we're looking for 100% participation from everyone in our community phase. Every pledge here tonight is critically important. So if you have any questions, please ask the closest staff person to you. And remember, this pledge is for over a 5-year period. Thank you. All right, so the Y staff is walking around. Looks like they're handing out some pens. And then once you're done, just raise your hand and the Y staff will come to your table and pick up your forms. Thank you. Okay. Well, on behalf of my good friend Jimmy Helene and the rest of the vice chairs, I thank you for doing the great work that you are doing and helping the Y in your efforts to continually change lives and build potential. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, Darren. The one thing I've learned in my 36 years here in the Quad Cities is that we make things happen as a community. If we see the need, we step up and see the dream come true. Not many areas can make that claim. Things happen when we come together with a goal, and boy, oh boy, has it happened in the first phases of this $3 million campaign. Hard work and determination has taken us near to our goal, just like the hard work and determination our keynote speakers from Augustana's basketball program exhibited when the Vikings entered the NCAA Division III Final Four with a 25-7 overall record, the second most wins in school history. Now, a little bit about our guest speakers. Greg Giovanni is in his 16th season for the Vikings. He was named Basketball Times National Division III Coach of the Year. He also won IBCA Coach of the Year in 2003, 2006, 2007, 2008, and 2011, before winning again this season in 2015. One of his starting forwards on the Viking team, Tavian Johnson from East Moline and now Rock Island, is currently a junior at Augustana College working towards a degree in pre-med in biology. What makes Tavian a remarkable person is not just his success on the basketball court under Coach Giovanni. It's his determination and hard work to overcome difficult circumstances in order to achieve his goals. Just like the kids of Y. So it is with great excitement that I introduce to you award-winning Augustana basketball coach, Greg Giovanni, and the incredible young man with a smile that lights up the room, and the basketball skills to match, Tavian Johnson.
You know, I was really anxious to see what you're going to go with there on the music. I thought maybe Giovanni would be something from The Godfather or something that wasn't very creative, but nonetheless, thanks. Hey, I want to be clear about one thing right now. I'm not your keynote speaker. I'm just here to introduce the keynote speaker. So I want to be on record as making sure we understand that. When Mike and Marcia met with Tavy and I last week, they had suggested that this was going to have sort of an ambiance and a feel of a pep rally. So in keeping with that, I'm going to invite everybody here to do a little exercise with me. Scoot back from your table just a little bit, and I want everyone here to put your hands in the air like you just don't care. Okay? Yes, yes, yes. Get them up. Now, when I cross my hands, you clap. Go. Good. Good. Nicely done. Now, slow down, slow down. Now, when I bring my hands like this and stop, then you don't clap. So put your hands back up and don't clap. Here we go, don't clap. Here we go. Good. Bring them together. All right, now when I cross them, you go, go, go. Good. No, no, no. I didn't make clear the instructions, obviously. When I don't cross my hands, you don't clap. I tell you what, let me have someone demonstrate. Let's have that table and that table demonstrate what we're talking about. Go ahead, fellas, and get your hands up. Now, let me just say, you're looking at some of America's brightest and best. This is the crème de la crème. These are the future leaders of our country. There are doctors and lawyers and businessmen and all kinds of success about to come out of these two tables. So watch how they do it. Let's go, fellas. Come on, lots of your hands. Go, I don't care. Let's go. Go. Don't be sad. Go. Wow. No wonder I won all those Coach of the Year awards. Working with that game. One more time, everybody get them up. Now we know what we're doing. Stay with me. Go! 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 Wow, you're getting better. Well, let me say this, Tavian. feel any pressure when you come up here because everybody in the room screwed up at least once today. And we all know that the YMCA is a real cornerstone of our community. I have 3 sons, ages now 22, 20, and 18, but as they were growing, anytime I knew that they were at the YMCA in any activity, I felt good that they were in a safe, secure, positive environment. I know that the Y teams, with all kinds of different entities in the community, I'd like to think I'm one of the better blackjack dealers that's ever worked at the Y on the project graduation, on Moline's graduation night. I can always tell when my wife Kelly has come back from one of the Les Mills Pump Express workouts. The next day she's usually walking around a little bit gingerly and tender and sore from the great activity there. But I certainly like the results of those workouts. Just saying. Congratulations to all of you for a remarkable campaign and the success that you've had. I understand you're nearing the completion, and I know you'll have a great finish. When Katie and I were invited by Mike and Marcia to tour the YMCA and see the vision of what is about to happen, it is ambitious and you're to be congratulated. As Katie and I toured, it's really fascinating for me to hear Tavian tell his story about the impact that Y had on him. He talked about himself as a youngster. He used words like timid and shy and insecure and reserved. Let me say this again to his current teammates. Timid, shy, insecure, and reserved. You can tell they're having a difficult time wrapping their head around that vision of a young Tavian Johnson because, like me, all they know is a guy that's very self-assured, is bright-eyed and confident and engaging, and who does in fact light up a room with a smile everywhere he goes. He is clearly a walking testament to the success and impact that the YMCA programs have. Please join me in welcoming your keynote speaker, Tavian Johnson.
First of all, I just want to apologize if I cough too many times and get me a little cold, but I was excited for coming out today. First of all, I want to thank Coach G for that great introduction he gave me. You gotta apologize for my smile usually when he's talking about me, there's yelling involved. But I just want to let you know that you made the promise when you recruited me that you were going to help me be successful in everything that I did, and you've done nothing but follow through with that statement. And I want to thank you for that, and I'll make sure I keep defending you and bounding for you. I also want to thank my team for coming out and support, and that pretty lady that's in the room over there. They're my support system in everything I do. I know no matter what, I got a bunch of guys in my corner backing me up, and that's a great feeling to have. And I also want to thank Mike and Marcia for having me out here to talk today, because not only am I telling you my story, I'm representing thousands of people who the Y's impacted in a positive way, and you only get to hear my story, so I guess you're kind of stuck with me in the back. And I feel like I'm going to be handing out a lot of thank yous up here, but you got to understand from where I came from and my background, there's been people helping me at every turn of my life. And I just really want to get up here and make sure everybody I say thank you to everyone that helped me, especially today, Mike and the iWireless program. The only way I know to show how the Y's impacted me is to tell you a couple stories. First story takes place when I was about like the 6th grade. And you know, of course, every kid comes to the Y and swims. And I couldn't tell you how many countless pickup games I've played in the gym upstairs, but that's really a superficial way that the Y's helped me. I was in the iWireless program when I was a child. And if anybody knows how Glenview School works, it goes from 5th to 8th grade. Well, I came in the 6th after moving around. Sometimes my situation was kind of tough and we went wherever things were financially stable. So we left and we came back, and I know a lot of us right now as adults think making friends is kind of a silly thing to worry about, but as a kid, that's a huge thing. Anybody with kids knows that integration and involvement as a child is huge for child development. And I didn't have a lot of friends, so the iWireless program basically asked the student counselors for students who had potential but hadn't unlocked it yet. And I was one of those kids. And as I look back, obviously, I can't remember all the specific activities that we did, but I do remember some of my first service projects or things that I remember giving back to the community was with the iWireless program. I remember we went and talked and hung out with some of the elderly at a home, and we wrote letters to soldiers, and I specifically remember becoming friends with some kids that were in the program with me, which was hard for me at the time, and it helped me. And I know we all got a good laugh out of it. I really did used to be very timid and reserved, and none of the guys at either of these tables are going to believe me saying that, but the Y winners really helped me bring out that social aspect of me, and that's one of the highlights of my personality today. So that's one part that I'm thankful for. I know without the program that I wouldn't have ran for student council when I was a kid, and that led me to being involved in so many other things. And you can ask Coach G, when I went into the application process for basketball and just for school, me being involved the way I was very a highlight of my, I guess, application. So that's the first reason I want to say thank you. And for the second reason, I'd like to apologize if I skip over any words or if I get choked up a little bit, but I'm going to tell you guys something that's very personal to me. Not even a lot of the guys on my team know this, and I feel like I'm going to tell it to you today because this is something important enough and something that I feel is relevant enough for me to share this kind of story. I kind of mentioned I had a hard situation growing up. We kind of just went wherever financially we were stable. So that involved a lot of bouncing around, a lot of moving schools. For the most part, I've always been in this area. I love this area. Obviously, you see I haven't left yet, but we bounced around. I think I've lived in like 4 or 5 different states. And in 2008, there was a very bad storm. I know probably a lot of people in here remember that. A lot of places got messed up pretty bad, and our basement got flooded. So one day, my sister was chewing on one of her flip-flops, and she got hand, foot, and mouth disease because it was downstairs in the basement. And my mom took her to the doctor and everything, and she ended up getting in trouble. Like DCFS was threatening to take my sister away because she got this disease because they thought she wasn't taking care of her, where it wasn't our fault. So they told us unless we moved out of the house, they were going to take our sister. So obviously we had to move. We tried to find places around here, exhausted all of our options, and we couldn't really find anywhere, so we moved to Georgia. And times there weren't any better. It was still rough. We were homeless sometimes, bouncing in and out of family homes. And I'm not speaking negatively against any of my mom or my family, because we did everything we could, but that's just how life was. And I wouldn't go back and change it, but that's the reality of it. So things in Georgia were tough, and we moved back. We moved back my freshman year in high school. And I remember we were going between places. We were at my grandma's house, living on her living room floor in her one-room apartment, or we were staying at a friend's house from the basketball team, or just anywhere that we could. And a lot of times we couldn't shower where we were because we didn't want to raise people's water bill. But I remember specifically coming to the YMCA, and I remember my mom was sitting and talking to Mike at the same chessboard that is in that room today. I think anyone that's frequented at the Y knows the chessboard that I'm talking about. It's in the corner, it's not moved, and I've been here, I've been going there 10+ years now. They're sitting at the table and they're talking, and I remember 3 things specifically. I remember her talking to him. I remember her smiling when she told me that she was going to have a place to shower. And I remember being in the family bathroom in the back by the stairs, and we all got a chance to shower. And we would do that every day before school. And that was huge for us. Some people don't think of it to that measure, but that's something that you really need to do every day. And the fact that they helped me with that speaks testaments to the Y, in my opinion. So, for both of those things, I would like to thank the Y, and I'll leave you all with this. I'm very thankful with the Y and what they've done for me, but I'm just one person. Think of the countless people who can tell their story about the different ways that the Y's helped them. I'm only going to be able to tell you my side, but I guarantee you, even some of my friends that I know have been impacted positively by the Y. And if I wasn't, a college student, I'd probably try to get out there and help donate, but college. So I feel like me getting up here and telling you how it's impacted me will fuel you guys to do whatever you possibly can to make the much needed changes to the Y, because with that, just doing that, you never know whose child or what you're going to help, or what elderly person working out in the upstairs room, which I didn't even know was there. You guys keep me locked up back there. I don't know what's going on. But just it ranges so many age gaps, and so many just people get benefits, and I think by me giving up here and giving you the speech, it really allows me to help, just like the iWireless program taught me. So thank you all for listening. God bless.
I don't know how I can go after that. Tavian, thank you. And Coach Giovanna, thank you very much. I hope we at the YMCA can so inspire our Quad City kids to see for themselves a bright, successful future as you have. And it really is an incredible testimony to what a YMCA does for our community. Where else can we serve the elderly, the families, and the little itty bitties? We love you all. We need your help. We want to make sure this Y is around for a long, long time. And so with this renovation and change, we want to make sure we do it well, so that we can serve our members well. Thanks to our community for the support of the Two Rivers YMCA. We couldn't do this great work without community support. We thank you to all who have already helped us and allowed our YMCA to help continue changing lives and building potential through early work in this campaign. Now, as we close, we ask all of our community face campaigners to continue over to the wall to select your prospects. We thank you for the work you will do. We thank you for the determination that you will do it in. And we thank you for the timely manner in which it is, so that we can move forward and get this project started and claim victory. Thank you very much.